How to treat picky eating cats. If you are tired of your cat being picky, refusing everything you give it, eating very slowly, leaving leftovers in the bowl, and being skinny, then this video will be useful for you. Today, I will share with you the causes of your cat's picky eating and measures to help your cat eat well again. First of all, we need to understand what picky eating is and what leads to this condition. You must identify the cause, then you will have an effective way to solve this problem. A picky cat usually has symptoms such as smelling food but not eating it, or choosing the best food in the bowl that it likes and eating it, then leaving the parts that it doesn't like, or if you give it food that it doesn't like, it will eat very little and very slowly. It will never finish a meal. For some cats, if this picky eating condition persists, it will lead to malnutrition and negatively affect the cat's health. There are many reasons why cats become picky eaters, and here are the 5 most common reasons. The number 1 reason is that you have suddenly changed your cat's food. Cats are animals with very fixed eating habits. If you change a type of food that the cat is not used to, it may refuse or even go on a diet. Because if you change to a different flavor or texture of food, it won't like it. It's especially common with cats that have been eating the same food for a very long time. For example, they eat about a year of this dry food, and then suddenly one day you run out of it and go buy a new one. But when you replace it with that one, it definitely won't eat it. And there are even many people who want to change from dry food to pâté or from pâté to dry food, but don't have time to get used to it. The cat is very resistant, and it even leads to anorexia. The second reason is that the cat is in heat. This is very common. It often happens suddenly, so many people worry. During the period when the cat is 3 to 4 months old, the bones develop very quickly. So many kittens look like they are skinny and their faces are shrunken. So many of you are scared, saying to yourself, why do other cats get fatter and fatter while mine get thinner and uglier? But this is completely normal for cats in puberty. They just need to go through that stage. The cat will eat enough meals and get enough nutrition, then it will be balanced and beautiful again. The same goes for cats when they go into heat. During this heat period, almost all of them lose their appetite, and after the cycle, they eat normally again, and we don't need to intervene. This problem often happens suddenly, so many of you mistake it for a sick cat, but we don't need to worry too much, just need to monitor it. The third reason is that the food bowl and the place where you put the cat's food bowl are not suitable. Cats hate having their whiskers dirty with food. If we use a cat bowl that has high sides and a deep bottom like a human bowl, when it eats, its whiskers will be scraped against the sides of the bowl, making it very uncomfortable, and this will reduce the cat's appetite, causing the cat to eat very slowly and eat less. If we use a cat bowl, the easiest way is to choose a plate so that it has a wide enough mouth. If we have to use a bowl to hold watery food, we should use a bowl with a wide mouth and a shallow bottom. Also, don't forget to wash the cat's bowl every day, because the old food that is left over after a day will spoil, and the cat's nose is very sensitive. We can't smell anything, but that smell will make the cat uncomfortable, and it will lose its appetite. Many of you also put the food bowl in very unreasonable positions, making the cat lazy to eat. For example, the food bowl is near the bowls of other cats and dogs, or near a place where many people come and go too loudly, or some of you even put the food bowl right next to the litter box. The place where the cat goes to the toilet is very unhygienic, and the cat will be uncomfortable and feel unsafe. Therefore, when it eats, it will eat very little, and it leads to a state of anorexia. Reason number 4 is that your cat is too stressed. Cats are highly territorial creatures. They live based on habits. If you bring a new cat or dog home, or when you move this cat to a new home, that is, the cat goes to a new owner's house, or it moves with us, it will be stressed and it will lose its appetite. There are also a few other reasons, such as changes in the weather, or it being locked up too much. It does not get enough exercise, and it is stressed, which can also lead to loss of appetite. And reason number 5, this is a particularly important reason, the problem is with us. That is, we have spoiled our cats too much, feeding them without control.
Many of you feed your cats by leaving the food out all day, and then the cat eats whenever it wants to. Then when its bowl is empty, we start to add more food, not feeding them on a meal basis. This leads to the cat's mentality that food is always available and it will not actively eat. And if there is too much food, it will lead to a loss of appetite. In fact, a cat's stomach is very small. It is only the size of a chicken egg. If we often feed cats snacks, soups, or dried meat, they will quickly get full and they will get bored and not want to eat their main meal anymore. Sometimes we give our cats too many snacks and they begin to realize, it turns out that there are some dishes that are more delicious than dry food. So if there are dishes that are not delicious, they will find a way to be picky. If they are lazy to eat, you will get the food they like to eat, right? Over time, it will become more and more picky to force you to give it the food it likes to eat. Even many cats completely abandon dry food to force you to give it pâté, give it soup, to eat more often. And that will lead to picky eating cats.
The harm of picky eating cats. First, it will cause the cat to have nutritional imbalance. It can lead to malnutrition and weakened immune system. Sometimes it can lead to gastric ulcers and ulcerative colitis. Digestive abnormalities. Some cats are picky eaters for a long time, which leads to the risk of liver disease, especially fatty liver syndrome, when the body does not take in enough calories and it will have to accumulate fat in the liver. This is a very dangerous process. When the liver accumulates too much fat, it will endanger the cat's life. And the third problem is that you will be very tired. This is our problem. We will always worry about finding new food for cats. At this point, raising cats becomes a burden, and it is no longer your joy. Measures to help cats stop being picky eaters. First of all, you need to set up a fixed feeding schedule. Do not leave food out 24/7 like you used to do. You have to decide how many meals a day your cat eats and at what time. Once you have decided, absolutely do not change. Just feed at that time. The best thing is that the meals, as I recommend, are at least 6 hours apart so that the cat feels hungry and eats better. And when you feed your cat on time, after a while the cat's biological clock will adjust itself. When it is close to mealtime, its gastric juice will secrete more, and at this time the cat will feel hungry and crave more food, and it will overcome the situation of eating slowly and slowly. Second, you will apply the 15-minute feeding principle. The meal you prepare is a nutritious meal that you want to feed your cat, not something your cat likes to eat. When you put the food down in front of it, you must set a timer. After 15 minutes, regardless of whether your cat eats a lot or a little, you must put the food away and let it fast until the next meal. Only when the next meal is on time can you feed it again. And you must accept that your cat may be hungry during this training period. Repeating this many times will form a conditioned reflex that it must eat as soon as it is time for a meal. This will help your cat eat well, and it will no longer be picky. Many of you are afraid that 15 minutes is too short for your cat to eat, but that is not the case. A normal meal for a cat only takes 5 minutes. 15 minutes is more than enough. So you have to follow the rule that after 15 minutes, you have to put the bowl away immediately, even if your cat doesn't eat anything. And the third step you need to do is to create a positive feeling for the cat towards food. Absolutely do not force it to eat in any situation. Do not pamper it. You only allow the cat to choose whether to eat or not and how much it eats, and you will be the one to decide what the cat eats. You cannot take out the food it likes to pamper it, and you must prepare a balanced meal with complete nutrition for your cat. During this stage of teaching your cat not to be picky, you must cut out all foods such as snacks or soup from its diet. Only let it eat the main meal because you are training it. Many people are afraid that the cat will be hungry, so they have to use a syringe to suck and pump food for it. Many people also feed it food, but this will make the cat more and more picky and hate that food. Next time, even if it is hungry, but it comes across that food, because of its hatred, it will resist and will never actively eat that food again. And if you feed it, it will gradually lead to a more serious anorexia. And the fourth principle is to change foods slowly. If you change suddenly, the cat will have a very strong resistance, as I said above. Cats are creatures that live by habit. If you change to completely new food, sometimes it won't eat. So you should mix a small amount of new food into the old food and gradually increase the ratio over time. This will help the cat get used to the new taste and reduce its resistance. You also need to make sure that the cat has a quiet place to eat. It is not disturbed by noise, and definitely there is no presence of other animals, including cats. If your cat is sedentary, you should spend time playing with your cat with a cat fishing rod or laser light before meals, so that it can exercise more and the feeling of hunger will come faster, so it will eat better when it comes to meals. The problem of picky eating in cats is a problem that can be completely overcome if you understand the cause and correctly apply the principles that I shared above. I hope this video will be useful to you and help you solve the problem of picky eating in your cat effectively and in a short time, only about 5 to 7 days. If you need any more advice or have any questions, do not hesitate. Leave them in the comments section so I can support you. And do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel to watch more useful videos to help you take care of your pet at home like a professional. Goodbye, and see you in the next videos.
Thank you for visiting. We'll see you next time.
Oh!